Welcome back here on SportsLine, News Channel 5 Plus, having a blast talking to the great Chase McCabe from 102.5 The Game. We're talking all things racing, wrestling, hockey, and you know, you mentioned Roman Josi, what a season he had. Most points by a defenseman in a couple of decades, 96 points, and he doesn't win the Norris Trophy. Listen, Cale Makar is a terrific player.
Absolutely.
And we saw that firsthand in the first playoff series when, you know, the Colorado Avalanche swept the Preds out of the playoffs. And of course, he's competing for the Stanley Cup right now as he's they're in battle with the Tampa Bay Lightning. But I don't know, man. You put up that kind of point production, you don't win the Norris. I mean, I said on my show, on the Greg Fogan, Jon Burton show, I kept saying, oh, he's a lock.
Yeah,
but
I said it too.
But Cale Makar is a terrific player. But what'd you think of that? I kind of thought Yost got jobbed a little bit.
Here's my thing on it. I don't really have a problem with Cale Makar winning it because it was that close, and he was just as deserving. What I have a problem with is anyone that either didn't vote for Josi at all or voted for him third or fourth or whatever on their ballot. Like that I didn't get. That made no sense to me. So look, if he loses fair and square, fine. But give me the justification of why he wouldn't even be on the ballot. Like, that makes no sense to me. He had 96 points as a defenseman, hasn't been done since the 90s. By far the most valuable player on his team. I mean, they're not in the playoffs without Josi going on that hot streak like he went on. And so I can't justify that part of it. So it's not that I have an issue with Makar winning. He's just as deserving. It's just, come on. Give Josi the credit he deserves too.
You know, I thought it was interesting. You mentioned it. I mean, you have Josi with 96 points. You have two 40-goal scorers. You have a goaltender that was a Vezina Trophy finalist. Yet this team kind of limped down the stretch of the regular season and got swept out of the first round. All this individual success on the Predators this year did not lead to extended team success. Why do you think that is? Is it coaching?
I don't think.
See, I think Hines has done a nice job, but
he has.
I mean,
my thing
that's about where I'd leave it.
My thing is there needs to be another level for Hines, and I think that his style of play that he wants them to play wore him out. And so, because
he always talks about physical, and you saw what the Avalanche did. Like, fine, we'll just skate right by you and put goals in your net.
Tanner Jeannot is a prime example of a guy that came on last year like wildfire, picked it up this year, 20-goal scorer, was in contention for the Calder for the best rookie or best first-year player, and he hit a wall. He hit a wall with about 10 games to go, and I think you saw that with a lot of players that the team just wasn't deep enough to play that style. And David Poile said at his end-of-year press conference, I didn't give him all the tools to succeed. I agree with that statement to an extent, but I think Hines is going to have to adjust that identity a little bit so he doesn't wear his players out. Now, I'll also give him the benefit that it was the first time in 2 years or more that they played 82 games. And, you know, I talked to Dante Fabro the other day and was like, hey, what was the adjustment like? You've played 82 games before? And he goes, no, I haven't. like I haven't. And that, you just don't think about stuff like that.
Dante Fabro's been here for a minute.
That's what I said. I was like, I feel like he's been here 7 years. But, you know, that's the thing is a lot of those guys had never played an 82-game season before. And so it caught up to them. So they'll address that, and then whatever David does in free agency and trades and the draft and all of that.
Do you see them still being aggressive, trying to chase that cup, and in terms of free agency, and maybe make some trades draft weekend?
I think I said this on the show last week. I think David Poile is going to do something big. I think that he looks at it as, what do I got to lose? Let's go for it one more time. And now the question is, what is he going to give up? What is he going to do? He doesn't have some of the assets that he had in the past when he, acquired Johansson for Seth Jones and, some of the other big moves, the Shea Weber and PK Subban trade. But I could see him doing something that's going to make everybody go, whoa, to try and make a splash one more time.
Let's go to the phones. Check in with Tommy. Tommy, you there?
Hey, how are you guys? You doing good tonight?
Yeah, we're doing great. How are you?
Good. Hey, Chase, this is the old director, Thomas George Plaster. How are you, buddy?
George doing well. Tommy
sounds a little familiar, doesn't he?
Tommy,
I think I know you. I think we've met before. Have we met, Tommy?
Probably not, John, because I go to bed at 5. I just happen to be up because the old Chase McCabe's on the night. Now, Chase, hold on a second. Have you guys done any Braves talk yet? Because I want to be in on this.
You know, we haven't. But Tommy, did we play flag football together?
Yeah, you know, Chase, I graduated with you, wink, wink, from FRA back in 2005. Now, I don't know much about nothing, but I'll tell you this. Chase McCabe was doing a heck of a job over there at 102.1 The Ville and 102.5 The Game.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Do you ever listen to my show? I'm on WNSR 95.9 with Greg Pogue. Do you know Greg? Have you heard of Greg Pogue?
I know the Pokester. I gave him the name the Pokester a long time ago. Let me tell you a quick story. One time, Greg and I were in Hawaii back in 1993.
Oh, Tommy, you there?
No, did we hang up on her? What happened?
Tommy, you there? Oh, there he is. Tommy's back. Go ahead, Tommy.
Point girl, but know how to shoot.
Oh, Tommy. Do you know The Rock?
James Garner. I used to watch this with my dad back a long time ago in the 70s. Rockford Files.
For a guy who graduated in 2005, you're going back a long way,
Yeah,
Tommy.
you did. I know, right?
Well, I'm old in the face. I mean, I'm young at heart, old in the face here. So, but Chase, I want to say how we're proud of you because I remember when you were an intern, and look at you now, you're making waves. I think you were Nashville's Regis Philbin. You're always on television every time I turn it on. It makes me proud.
Tommy, what are you up to tonight? What do you got going on?
Well, I was in bed at 5, and I got an alert that Chase was going to be on SportsLine with Jon Burton. So I thought I would stay in tonight and watch the show, and then I've been on hold for over 2 hours. And then so once I got on the air here, it's good to talk to Chase and be part of the show tonight. But other than that, I've got me a little one of those Swanson meal deals in the microwave. I'll do that. I'll catch the Braves on a West Coast road trip. See if I get a little power right action going on.
All right.
And then I'll just probably go to bed.
Okay. Well,
Tommy.
Thank you so much for watching SportsLine. Didn't know you. Call more often. I love talking to you. You sound like a great guy.
You anytime, Jim Burton. We'll talk to you soon.
There he goes, Tommy.
Tommy Joe, thank you so much. George, whatever.
I like Tommy. Tommy needs to call more.
What were we talking about?
I have no idea. That threw me off. Emma, how much time do we have left in this segment? All right,
great.
2 minutes. What are your thoughts on the? What are your thoughts on the Tennessee Titans? Should Titans fans be concerned about this whole Traylon Burks thing? Chase, I'm 52 years old. I'm in better shape than the Tennessee Titans' #1 draft pick. That's a problem.
Yeah, and he's got that asthma going on and everything. And I would say yes, because right now you're wondering who's the #1 wide receiver. If Robert Woods wasn't coming off a torn ACL, I would say Robert Woods is the #1 wide receiver. But is it going to be Nick Westbrook-Akina going into the first game? I mean, it certainly could be.
We like him, but he's not a #1.
No, he's a good role player.
Yeah.
I mean, like he could be a good 3, but you know, I don't know. I don't know if Josh Malone is going to be the training camp darling, and he's going to.
He will be. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and make the team, but I am concerned. I wasn't at first, but the fact that the longer that this goes on, and if he shows up to training camp and it's still the same, then it's once again John Robinson is going to have to answer some questions.
Yeah, he's going to have some serious egg on his face. All right, less than a minute to go. Noisy offseason for the Titans. You know, J-Rob crying at the combine and trading A.J. Brown, this Traylon Burks situation. You know, the Tannehill, it's not my job to mentor Malik Willis. I don't know. It's been my experience, Chase, that when you have this noisy of an offseason, it usually doesn't translate to a good regular season. I'm not trying to predict doom and gloom, but just in 20 seconds or less, what are your thoughts?
I still think you have the coach of the year, Mike Vrabel, and he has earned enough in my book to make me have faith in what he's going to do at that position. Are they going to get him more help with a receiver? We'll see, but I think Jeff Simmons is going to have a big year too, and so that's going to help things. I still think they're in contention for the division.
Well, yeah, and the good news is this defense should be a top 5 defense.
Absolutely, and they win championships.
No question about it. All right, we're going to wrap things up with maybe Tommy will call back.
Tommy!
Chase McCabe here on News Channel 5 Plus. We'll come back and wrap up the show after this. I love Tommy. Call back.